Hey Legionnaires, and welcome back. We're here with another Rome 2 video for you today, and today we are showing off the Age of Bronze mod for Rome 2 Total War. And as you can tell, we are in the Bronze Age, kind of can tell from the title and also by the unit in front of you here. They are just coated in head to toe in bronze and also are armed in bronze. They also have bronze weapons here today. This is an Assyrian unit. This is the swords of Nive. I don't know how I'm definitely gonna butcher names. I'm not even gonna try. It's a very elite sword unit though, and it shows off that we are very much in the Bronze Age. They are coded head to toe, and yeah, Syria and like Babylon and Egypt, and I'd say like the Hittites, major factions in like the Bronze Age. So it's only right that today we'll be having Assyria versus Egypt, two of the main superpowers of this age. But yeah, I'm going to quickly just go over some of the units. Want to certainly go over all the Assyrian ones that we can obviously see all of theirs, and we'll go over some of the Egyptian ones as well, the ones that we can see. But yeah, I guess we'll start with from right, like go from left to right. Out here on this flank here, we have some Assyrian heavy chariots. Look at these boys; they're looking goddamn amazing. I love the armor, like of the riders here. I mean, with like the red plume and like the helmets and stuff, really, really elite. And obviously they've got their side chariots and the side like blades on them. And in this age, like chariots is like the way of like mobile warfare, not horsemen. More like chariots, so it's gonna be interesting to see lots more chariots being used if we do like some battle replays for this one. Behind them I had some spears kind of support. I thought, you know what, I'll try and see if it works the same as like just normal Rome 2, just have spears to support your cavalry. So yeah, I've got some just Assyrian heavy spears here. These guys as well. Look at this guy, he is coated in bronze. That guy is ready to go. I mean, it could be bronze, could be gold. I mean, certainly his weapon is bronze. That could be gold, to be honest. But yeah, that boy he'd be coated up, ready to go. Then we got, as you've seen, the swords of Nive here, or however you pronounce that. I am definitely butchering that. Provincial infantry, because at this point Assyria is an empire, so they do have like provinces. So these guys are like not from the main part of the empire. They're from like around the provinces, raised up. What are they got for a weapon? They got a sword, just a basic sword. Looks pretty good. And then what we got behind here, we got Bowman of Ashur here. These guys look pretty damn awesome as well. Look at the officer unit as well. He's looking pretty damn stylish. These guys look awesome, to be fair. I mean, the models just look amazing, to be fair. Like the dev who's done this, just doing some great work on this mod. And I'm really excited to show you, like, after this battle, I'm going to show you like all the other factions that are available. And I do believe a campaign is also on the way, which will be pretty cool to check out as well. Yeah, they look pretty cool to those Bowmen of Ashur here. We've got Mesopotamian levies here, so these are just like, again, just some pretty cheap spears. They're actually apparently medium spears for like a levy. You know, I'm kind of surprised. But yeah, they have just got their chests out. They're ready to go. This guy's ripped, ready to go do his work for Assyria. We've got a general back here. Just another one of these swords and Navarre units. We've got, what else we got here? Assyrian levy infantry. Again, looking. I mean, these guys are medium melee as well. Kind of, again, very similar to the levies that we've already looked at, the spear variant. These are just the same with the sword. Instead of like, well, it's not quite a sword, but I'm not quite sure what this blade's called. If someone could tell me, it's like the curved one. It's not a sickle, I know that much, but I can't remember what it is called. Then we've got some Amorite skirmishers here. So I mean, these guys are pretty awesome as well. I'm kind of just selecting everything that look pretty unique. There are other stuff in the Assyrian roster. I didn't get everything, but I got most of the stuff that looked very unique and to the mod. And we've got those Amorites. We've then got Assyrian war dogs back here. I just felt like bringing these guys, to be honest. The dogs are always fun to bring. Look at this guy. Got his little bronze dagger ready to go. Looks like it's a bit blunt, though. And then we've got the final, like, sort of elite infantry unit out here, which is the Assyrian heavy axes. These guys, well, they have axes. That's about the only difference between them. They're still coated in, like, head to toe in bronze. These guys are, like, heavily armored. And then we've got the Assyrian chariots out here. And yeah, they look pretty cool, to be fair. They're just a bit of a lighter variant. So, well, these are a heavy chariot variant. So yeah, they are ready to go. And we'll quickly go over. We'll start the replay while we're showing off Egypt. Egypt's got a lot of units. They've got some Sheridan guardsmen. Oh, this is a general unit. This is actually also a mercenary unit by the looks of it. We should just put it in slow mo. But yeah, these guys look like a bit like Vikings, like the typical Viking look with the horns. But these are Sheridan guardsmen. Look at the size of their sword as well. That is a huge thing. And then what else we got? We've got Nubian Pharaonic guardsmen of Nubic Pharaonic guard. It's just a pharaoh's guard basically. But they're from Nubia, so there's like obviously that was bordering Egypt at the time. They look pretty awesome. They're now disappearing into there. We've also got Egyptian bows. Looking pretty basic, to be fair. They don't look like they're going to be stopping much if they get hit by an arrow. See, they're Egyptian bows. What we've got here, Libyan bowmen. Slightly different from a different part of the world, but I imagine still pretty, not that well armed. They're not like the Assyrians, to be honest with how well armed they are. And we can see now Egyptian infantry coming into view. I'm going to put it to normal speed now. These guys look very similar to the ones from Rome 2, to be fair. But they do look awesome. I'll give them that. They do look very cool. But yeah, so at the moment, I'm just kind of moving up the hill. I was kind of thinking I want to get my chariots on top of this hill here. Try and see what's going on. And, well, and just see if there's any units to run up there. Because chariots, obviously, in this game are very, very strong. So, yeah, we're going to just try and take advantage of that. That is my main plan. And I'm just going to see whether... Well, even this general, look at him. He's a bit far out. He's a very heavy unit, though. What else we got over here? We've got light chariots. So there are also some chariots for Egypt now appearing. And what else do we have here? Pharaoh's Foot Guard. This is probably one of my favorite looking units so far. I don't know why they're bloodied up. No shots been fired at them yet. But these guys look awesome. They look really, really nice. The gold and the blue, look. Oh, it's good. It gives me good Egypt vibes. And then what else we got here? We've got, like I said, the light chariots. These guys look a little bit lighter than the Assyrian variants. I feel like at this point, Egypt's still rising to its like rising up, trying to become stronger. I feel like it's looking at its roster anyway. It seems like it's a little bit weaker than Assyria. Assyria is kind of like the dominant power at the time, I feel. But yeah, look, you can see the hordes just appear now. We've got Nile spears, Egyptian spears. I gave like Egypt a whole bunch of different stuff. These guys look pretty cool. Nile spears. What else we got here? Sheridan Guardsmen. But here we go. I'm about to rush in on the general because the general, for some bizarre reason, was all the way out here. The Sheridan Guardsmen are going to get absolutely destroyed here right now by chariots. Oh boy. They ripped through this Guardsman unit and they killed like a good 40 odd men just there. Yeah, a good 40-50 men just in that one charge. It just shows how powerful chariots are going to be in this game. And they're just getting run down. These Sheridan Guardsmen realize that they are out in they're in the wrong place at the wrong time. They should not be here. These are like the lighter variant of the Assyrian chariots. And I was like, oh my gosh, these chariots are insanely good. But yeah, they're down to 65 out of 160 men already. That shows how good and how effective chariots can be if used properly. Obviously, this is the AI. I feel like a player would do a little bit better. But even still, if you're just running straight into a unit and it's not like in formation properly, it's probably going to get run down. Down to 40 men already. That general is probably dead. Yeah, general has just recently died. These units, I just realized as well, are huge. 240 men. Nile clubmen. I feel like these guys are not going to be well armed. They're down as a medium infantry. I feel like there's not really any lights here, but they're kind of just pretty poorly armed. And it looks like now we're going to see the chariots just rush through these Egyptians. And here they come. In they go. I mean, they're getting shot now by archers. The chariots, which I feel like is the best way to counter them. Either that or spears. It would be the best way to counter them. Or maybe other chariots. That may be a thing. But there's 32 in a unit. So these guys are like big units. I mean, you can see that quite a few of them getting killed as they're getting trapped in... Look how many men they just knocked down. What kills they on now? 465 already. Oh my gosh. They are going to run down these archers as well. These archers, these Libyan bowmen, already very tired. I feel like, I don't know, maybe. These guys look like they've been running around quite a lot. How tired is everything? Winded? I don't know. They're broken. They're very tired. They either have very little energy or they're just... Energy's really slow in this game. One or the other. But we've got chariots here. Light chariots coming up. They probably want to start thinking about charging in. I do form shield wall with some of my units, but not all of them. And these swords of Ninway here now getting hit by the chariots. These are more lighter chariots, though. I mean, how light is light chariots? It's still a heavy chariot. It's just light chariot, but then they are a heavy chariot. So they're still not going to be like that great, like to be hit by. I mean, I'm losing decisively at form shield wall. I feel like I should be okay in that one. And you can see the hordes of Egyptians now coming in. There's certainly somewhere you don't want to keep your chariots, but yeah, they are all getting just stuck in. And now Egypt is clashing with us across the line right now. We've got clubmen coming in, we've got just swords coming in, spears, a whole lot going in against my Mesopotamian levies. I feel like the Egyptians have the advantage in infantry in some cases. Certainly these Egyptian spears should, I imagine, beat heavy spears. These Mesopotamians are probably okay. The thing is, I kill their general off really, really quickly. That will not help. Look at this, Pharaoh's foot guard losing in melee. Doesn't help that I just rear charged his unit. I feel that probably did not help his situation. The Assyrian heavy chariots now going to run out, probably try and get some hammer and anvils. How are these spears doing? Yeah, these spears are just not doing great. Chariots here getting chopped up. Nubian Pharaoh guard losing. The general's still alive out there. Well, the unit's still alive. These heavy chariots now trying to get in there, trying to do their bit. I didn't even realize there's still archers out here. I'm dealing with them now. Yeah, it's going to slow-mo for a little bit. Just, as you can see, already flanking around here. Egypt with like no morale because of its general being killed. Not looking great. I mean, these Javis as well seem like they're doing a really good amount of damage. These Sheridan Guardsmen, though, probably will rip through my Assyrian levy infantry. They are losing. These Sheridan Guardsmen should. I mean, they are like some of the most elite units available to Egypt. As you can see, now Clubman breaking. Now my Assyrian heavy axemen come into the back. And we're going to close the trap. And that's just that entire flank basically gone, just like that. And as you can see, already breaking stuff here. I don't know what it was, Egyptian infantry. So yeah, and I released the war dogs because I just felt the battle was won. We could just do what we wanted with them. How is the heavy chariots doing? 100 kills dead. And now they can rear charge, well, just about anything on this line here. If they wanted to. These dogs here, I'm not quite sure where they're going. We're actually the chariots. Did the dogs just get flattened by the chariot? I think they did. Here we go. In come the chariots. And they can just go flying through. They go all the way through my lines as well. But that, like, if they get momentum going, they are good. The dogs come running in as well. Egyptian spears breaking. Everything's starting to go. My chariots are actually wavering and potentially going to go. They're up to 842 kills. Do you think they could get 1,000 kills before the battle's out? I'm not so sure. Maybe 900. But yeah, chariots come flying in again. Just doing their bit. Running down these spears. Definitely, guys, you want to be bringing chariots to games. These things can do absolute wonders for you. And they can rip up and get like a lot of kills. It's either that, and you needed them maybe like focusing like the enemy's chariots down with archers and stuff. But yeah, I think this is like the Pharaonic guard here. Foot guard is the last thing standing over here. This foot guard looks awesome. It really does. They need more units like in this blue and gold sort of look going on. But there you go, a decisive victory. We'll end the replay and have a quick look at some of the end results. Like I said, it was just against the AI. Wasn't going to be anything like amazing and too hard. They only killed 600 of my men. But yeah, my chariots being the MVPs, 850 kills, 447, sorry, have been like kills here. These guys did insanely well. My Javis did okay, getting 98 kills. I mean, yeah, actually, that's 1,200 kills. They only got half my kills to my chariots alone. My heavy axemen, 244, 202 with the heavy spears. I mean, 158 with these levy infantry is pretty good, 165. Got some pretty good kills. These Syrian heavies here got pretty messed up by the chariots. This is the only unit that, like, nearly as close to breaking, I think. 130 with the French provincial infantry, 205 with this one, and then my swords down here getting 146. Not too bad. Their chariots getting a couple of kills, but yeah, not too many. Their like guard units up here getting 60 kills, like between them. The Pharaoh's guards here getting 55. 70 kills here with the Egyptian infantry, and 94 with these Sheridan guardsmen. So yeah, nothing like impressive because it's the AI. But you can see what is going to be very, very good for Egypt. So anyway, we will continue, and I'll quickly show you guys like some of the other units. So obviously this was my army. Like the rest of Assyria, I think all I missed off was like Assyrian light axes. So they probably are a light unit. They're still like a medium. And then we've got, I think I did all of these. We've got some other archer units, archer levies here, slingers. And that was it. That's all I didn't bring was a couple of other units. But we have so many other factions, and there's so many different ones. We'll start from the top. We've got Azawa. I mean, these guys are pretty cool. They look like they're from Anatolia. I like Ionia, that sort of area. They look pretty cool. definitely gonna have to do some like some battles with this mod. Then we've got Assyria, then Babylon, one of the other major factions I think at this time really. Like Kassite noble spears, seem like they're pretty good. They don't sort of look like they got too many good swords. Babylonian bodyguards, but they got like pretty good like spears. Sesku infantry, seem like they're gonna be pretty well and like elite. And they're all like 200-man units. These units. It's gonna be some big battles. They've got chariots as well, as most factions do. Slingers, archers, yeah. Then we've got this faction which looks like a Germanic faction in like the Bronze Age. So there's like noble swords here. Belsembegs, I don't know how you say it. Highland duelists, swordsmen, we've got halberd raiders. Halberd raiders, okay. Spear levy, painted spears, veteran spears, heavy bows, young skirmishers. Yeah, lots and lots of cool stuff down here. Then we've got Dillam, they're from Arabia. It's got Arabian nobles, royal guard, chariots, Dillam axemen, Dillam clubmen. You gotta remember this is Bronze Age, so like the actual variety in units is gonna be very, very limited. Arabian raiders seem pretty good. Light swordsmen with bows are useful. It's just like a hybrid unit. This one, that's gonna be very cool. We've got camel raiders. There is some cavalry. They've managed to master camels, so that could be very, very good. Very fast-moving stuff. Chariots as well. And we've seen Egypt. Well, actually, we haven't seen Egypt's roster. I had all of these generals here, which is kind of cool. You can bring all the general units if you wanted to. So you could just go like that. I didn't realize so you could just spam out as many of these, and you could bring as many of these Nubian Pharaonic Guard as you wanted, which is kind of broken, I think. But that's also kind of cool if you didn't fancy bringing like just the basic infantry. Yeah, you got like all of these we've seen. Pharaoh chariots, actually, I don't think we saw, and this is a more heavy unit, so we actually didn't show this one off. Sheridan guardsmen, Egyptian infantry, and Nile clubmen. Egyptian spears, Nile spears, Nubian bows, Libyan bows, Egyptian bows. Yeah, lots and lots of stuff. Really cool rosters. Alam, these are, I don't know where they're from exactly, but the Sukamar bodyguard infantry, horned warriors. We've got Zagros infantry, urban axemen. Yeah, some other really cool ones as well. We've got palace archers. They seem like they're from Mesopotamia, then they must be if they've got Mesopotamian levies. Then we've got another faction here which I don't know how to pronounce. Not even going to try and pronounce it. But they've got Wolf Warriors. Seems like it might be another Germanic faction. Raiders Vanguard, Chieftain's Guard, Steppe Raider, Infantry, just Infantry. Warrior Society, Spears. They've got camels as well. I don't know where these guys are from really then. They've got camels. Plains Chariots, War Chariots, Forest Archers. Yeah, loads of cool stuff here. Timber Archers. Very, very cool. And the Hatti, which I think is the Hittites. They've got a huge roster. They've probably got one of the biggest rosters, I think. Hittite provincial chariots, Hittite guardsmen, heavy axemen. We've got Anatolian noble swords, medium swords, Hittite provincial axes, Anatolian warriors, light swords, Anatolian mob, Anatolian levies. Yeah, so much cool stuff here. The Kizuwatnu head spears. Yeah, like really cool. We've got loads of stuff here. Then we've got this faction, Cambodia, which has elephants. That's really cool. Elephants, chariots, they've got sword masters, shield warriors, verdict tribesmen, all these like cool like unit cards as well. They're all really cool, and they've got cavalry as well. They've got light horses, so that's really cool. They might be from like India, of course. Knossos, so we have like Greek factions as well. Knossos, so it's like palatial nobles here, mixed swords, Minoan marines, young swords, light swords, Cretan helmet, Minoan pikes. So we have pikes in it, Minoan archers. So that's cool that we have Greeks in there. We have this faction, the Mitanni, which are like maybe from, well, they look like from Syria. They have Syrian spears. They have lots of chariots, heavy infantry sort of units, dismounted like units there. Some chariots, really cool. Definitely have to play some battles for this. Then we have the Mycenae, Mechanae, I think it is, and they're another Greek faction, I believe. I think they might be where like the people that declare war on Troy. I'm not entirely sure, but it looks like it. I may be wrong. Nobles Guard, though, Citadel Guardsmen, heroic chariots, Nobles Guard, Achaean heavy swords, Machaean swords. Yeah, we've got loads of cool stuff here. And they got chariots as well, light pikemen. Then Neri, noble swords. So many cool factions here that I won't go through all of them like in depth. The Sea Peoples, which are a cool people that like no one knows about where they came from. They just appeared in the from like the sea, like raided a load of places and disappeared again. Troy, of course, is here. a very Bronze Age faction. They've got a fairly decent roster. I feel like this one could be kind of redone a little bit. I feel like the Trojans could do with having a bit of love. And then we've got the Ugarit, Elite Chariots, Palace Guardsmen. Don't know where exactly these guys are from. But they're also kind of cool. And then we have the Verkana, which are probably one of the smallest ones. They've got like Iranian infantry, stuff like that. Yeah, got a very small roster. But there you go, guys. That is everything. As you can see, it says coming soon for the campaign. Whether it will arrive, I don't know how much like this mod gets a lot of love now. But I would definitely like to play some battles for it. So if you guys would like to see some, do remember to leave a like, subscribe from around here, and a comment to show your support. And don't forget to hit that notification bell as well to make sure you don't miss a single video. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.